You know, I sat here for a while trying to come up with a really cool intro for this game, but all I could really come up with was something about how much I'd rather be freezing in Antarctica than melting in Texas. At least then I'd have a story or something. Anyways, Near Death is a first-person Arctic survival game by Orthogonal Games. This isn't your standard modern-day survival game, though. In this, you don't have to worry about hunger, thirst, or sleep. All you really need to worry about is warmth. Originally a primarily solo project, Kent Hudson's idea for Near Death sprouted from a fascination with extreme environments, particularly the frigid waste we find ourselves in for this game. The situations the player finds themselves in, as well as the mechanics and how problems are solved, are all crafted based on huge amounts of research and interviews with Arctic scientists and travelers. After no more than about 8 months of work, Kent and his now grown team announced Near Death's release. The game we find ourselves with today is harsh, unforgiving, and constantly trying to kill you. It's not a relaxing experience, and it's really awesome. In Near Death, you play as a scientist of sorts in Antarctica. You're on your way to home base after an assignment when your helicopter gets downed just outside of Sutro, a base in the process of being decommissioned. It's a broken, near powerless shell of what it once was, and you need to do all you can in order to survive or escape. Here's where modern-day sandbox survival games would have you harvesting materials to craft or grow food endlessly. Near Death is a mostly linear story that simply has all the odds stacked against you. There is crafting, but it's all things for you to put to use. Wiring kits, window patches, rope and light poles, anything to give you just a bit more of a chance to survive. Like I mentioned, the game is fairly linear. Starting from the moment you get to the base, you'll be communicating via teletype with someone at your home base. They'll give you periodic assessments of the weather and help you figure out what you need to do in order to survive. I don't want to spoil anything because there are some pretty cool moments, but I want to say that the writing for both characters is very believable. It's very human. A well-crafted atmosphere is something I not only appreciate in games, I practically revere it. A game that can make me feel the environment and have some kind of respect for it has done something brilliant, at least in my book. Nowadays, we're getting more and more games that are able to build very strong environmental tones, and a lot of games that do so rely very heavily on top-notch graphics. Not all of them, mind you, but a majority. Near Death doesn't run on a super high-tech engine or have cutting-edge visuals, but it manages to create an extremely atmospheric and threatening environment all the same using dynamic weather, various post-processing effects, some camera shake, and some pretty incredible soundscapes. Despite there being no monsters or anything like that, Near Death constantly feels like a mixture of The Thing and Cryostasis, a film and game respectively that both convey just how treacherous the frozen regions of our planet can be. Not only that, but it instills the player with a sense of dread, even fear of the ever-present and worsening storm. The weather surrounding you will constantly be getting worse as the night goes on. Visibility will be reduced to almost nothing in the blink of an eye, and there will be many times when you barely make it to your destination. As you seal up rooms and restore power to various buildings, it'll get a bit easier to survive while you're indoors, but there's always something you need to leave for, some reason for you to cross the large spaces between buildings. Because of that, it's a good thing to be prepared. Setting up light and rope poles early on will help prevent you from getting lost during more aggressive moments in the storm, and knowing the direction you need to go will make things a lot smoother. Near Death is an exceptionally well-crafted game, one that surprised me with how believable the situation it presents is and how it's handled. You can pick it up on Steam for about 15 bucks. If you like the sound of anything I just said, then this one's for you. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Indie Bytes. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to leave a like and subscribe for more stuff like this. Be sure to check out the other content that we put out on this channel, and remember to drop me a line here on Twitter or through email with any game recommendations that you've got. You can find all that stuff down in the description below. I'll see you next time. Bye!